YouTube, what's up? It's your girl Dre, and I'm back with another video. In this video, this client, I'm combing his old wicks out, which was just the video you just saw. That was his old wig, and this me right here. I'm combing them. I done combed some out. So right here, you'll see. I'm gonna let it down and let you see where I combed some out already. His mother wanted the old ones combed out. They was flat. She kind of wanted them thicker and standing up. So I'm combing them out, and then I'm gonna start him some new wigs. And this process was really pretty long and rough for him because he wasn't having it. You will see in the video where he just wasn't. He wasn't with it. He kept snatching his head from me. He did really good, but I know it was a lot for him. But he did really good to even go through this process. So you see, I put conditioner in it so that way that I can easily take it out, comb them out. So the conditioner makes the hair soft, and it's easy for me to comb out. And once I put the conditioner in, you see me here. I started combing his hair out, and he did good with this part. You won't see him moving as much. He'll put his hand back there because it hurts a little bit, but it's not as bad because his hair is wet, so it's not as bad. But he kind of like, moving and putting his hand back there. But he did good through this part of me combing it out. But me actually wicking up, you're gonna see in the video, it got rough, to where his mama had to come and sit him in the chair with her, because she said that she didn't go this far and she really wanted to get it done. She wasn't gonna just stop after I had done. Took all them hours to comb it out. The whole process took about 5 hours. So his mother didn't want to go that long, and then he don't finish the process because he wasn't letting me finish the rest of the progress, but I did. So if you ever want to comb your wicks out, this is the process. You will be able to comb them out. You just need some conditioner, some type of conditioner, and a detangler comb is what I have. And you're gonna lose a lot of hair, and then some of the hair might not even want to come loose, but you can do it. Depending on how long you had the wicks. I'm not for sure how long he had. I forgot to ask his mom. I didn't start his wick. Somebody else started them. But this is how it looked once I combed them out. This how they looked. I didn't. Some of them didn't want to come loose, so they still kind of matted, and it's okay with me because once I glob them, it'll be better. And I had the hair in the same. A lot of hair came out, but then since I'm done now, I got to get all that conditioner out of his hair. And another thing, when you combing out the wigs or locks and you're using the conditioner, and then you want to start right over, your hair will be soft. Like his hair was really soft. The wicks didn't even really want to hold because his hair needed to be a little drier, because the wicks hold better when they thicker and drier, but the conditioner softened so much to the wicks didn't want to really hold. But so if you ever combing them out, you want to get a couple of days. It's best for you to comb them out yourself at home, and then give it a couple of days to dry up, to wash and dry up if you're gonna do that. I tried to get his mother to do that. She didn't want to do it, so I ended up having to do it, and they ended up being really, really soft. But it'll take a couple of days, and it'll get hardened up. So see, I washed it, I shampooed it already, and this how I look. And I actually put him under the dryer. He got a lot of hair. I put him under the dryer. After the dryer, this is how it looked right here. Yeah. So I had to put them in rubber bands to section them off. I like to section them off before I get started so I can know how many, where they're gonna be put at, and then I could just go from there. So the dad was there at the moment, so we had to call the mom to ask the mom to tell the mom that if she wanted him to stand up the look that she wanted, I was gonna have to cut his hair because she wanted him to keep the hair. Is why she wanted me to comb him out. But I told her I had to cut at least half of it for them to stick out and stand up how she wanted them. So y'all see in this video, he keeps snatching his head from me. He won't be still at all. So see, I'm cutting it off right here. I had to cut him in half because she want him to stand up, and if she want him like that, it have to be they have to be a little shorter the longer, because his hair is really thin and soft right now because I condition a lot and he already had soft hair. And with me conditioning and then combing it out with the conditioner, I just soften it up. And I usually don't soften hair up. I only shampoo it, but I had to with his situation. So I feel like, his hair, I had to cut it off. It couldn't go long to stand up. It would have stood up if it was really, really dry. I could have stood it up at that limb. But half of it had them popped off. And like I say, when you comb your wigs out, you got to think about it because you're going to lose a lot of hair. He lost a lot of hair. And that's why his mother said she didn't want to comb it at home, because he had, when she started combing it out, she said she saw all that hair coming out and she got scared. But I was like, that's part of the process. That's why if you're gonna start over, basically it's best to start over, to cut them off and start them over. But if your hair haven't locked that long, like if you started waxing, you probably about 5 or 6 months in, that's cool. But when you a couple years in, it's best to go in and cut them off and start them over. Because if you 5 or 6 months in, they not gonna, a little bit gonna come out, but it's not gonna be a whole bunch like his. He lost a lot of hair. His hair was uneven and everything, so it was best for me to cut it and start it like that. Y'all see how he giving me a hard time. He ain't playing, but he did really good to go through this whole process. So I know it is, at this point I'm like, I understand, because it does hurt. He tenderhead, I'm tenderheaded, so I know how I feel. The needle does hurt some people. Some people that's not tenderheaded, it don't hurt. But yeah, so y'all see he gave up right here. So his mama was getting on him and he was letting me do it a little bit. She walked in, she ended up coming in and trade space with the dad. And as you see right here, is like he he calming down a little bit, but he's still moving. But you gonna see the mother, she gonna come and sit in the chair with him. Once she sit in the chair with him and get him together and hold him, then his hair gonna be, his hair was raw then. You'll see I'm able to wick it up and go then. The process would have been quicker with this, but he made it a little longer because he wouldn't sit still. But he did really good for a 6-year-old to sit through the whole process, period. He did really good. But this is how if you want to comb locks, wicks out and start over, this is the process. And it's best not to comb them out when they 2 years, 1 year, 2, 3 years in. You're gonna lose a lot of hair. The process gonna be rough. But now if you 5 or 6 months, maybe 8 months in, even maybe a year, and you want to comb them out, that's cool. Comb them out and start them over. If you don't want to cut your hair all the way off, some people don't want to cut it off. If you want to start from a fro, just let the new growth grow and then cut it to the fro and then start over, and you'll have some length. But if you want to start like this with length, then you got to comb them out. But I'm gonna let y'all watch the rest of the video. Y'all gonna see when the mama sit down, then that's when the process gonna go faster and get better. And we gonna get done, and you're gonna see how raw his hair is at the end. And I appreciate y'all for clicking on my videos. I appreciate that. And make sure y'all turn on y'all post notification. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned, because I do have more videos coming soon. Peace.